Guys, we are back and we have our new host, RJ Norris, a good friend of ours. We're like the three amigos here, but we are back to do our podcast, Sharp Left Sports. That is our new brand. That's what we're going with. We like it. And that's us. Us three, we got a Packer fan and a Bear fan. So we got a rivalry going here. They don't live up to the Eagles just yet, but they may be in the next coming years. We'll see. But the Bears did beat the Packers. I know, beat my Eagles during the season. So I'll give you guys that. So this podcast, sorry, RJ, hold on. This podcast right now, this episode, we're just gonna we're just catching up. Our last one, we did a live draft. We did it live. Thank you for all the people who watched that. But this is catch up of what's going on in the world, what's going on with our teams, in particular the NFL. And we're gonna give an update on the Packers, on the Bears, and my Philadelphia Eagles. Guys, have you been? Crazy NBA. Oh yeah, wait. Let's get that out of the way first. What happened since the NFL draft? Not just right here. I wear this at work, by the way.
New underwear, new pants. What else you got?
Right there. I have been waiting so damn long. Yes, I'm an Eagles fan. I'm a Knicks fan. I mentioned this when we had an NBA live draft. RJ was on there. But I've been waiting so goddamn long for this to happen. I'm a bigger. I've been a Knicks fan before I was an Eagles fan, before I was an Astros fan. Yes, I'm an Astros fan as well. Don't get at me. But the Knicks won. I couldn't be happier. But Domney, that guy is just sprinkling all of his winning, all of his everything he encompasses. He just put into I said that word wrong, and he gave it to the Knicks. But other than that, guys, what an awesome camp! I think the NFL season. I'm sorry. I'm talking about the Knicks. I'm done talking about the Knicks. We're less than, I think, 90 days now to the NFL season starts. The training camp is coming up, especially for the Eagles. They start late July. So, let's get right to it. I guess, before that, there's a couple of things before we get to our teams that's happened in the NFL that I like to talk about. And we're not going to talk about Trump's UFC made the whole America look like white trash. Like Idiocracy is a documentary. The guy making this country look awful. We're not getting to that. But what we're going to get off to is what is up. I want to talk. Let me get into the serious subject here. NFL has some illegal problems. All right. What a transition from. Well, no, it's actually a good transition from Trump to this. There's a problem in the NFL, and I to see how the NFL, or I don't see them trying to do anything different. I know there are domestic abuse rules, right, RJ? 6-game suspension right away.
It's a minimum.
Oh, not right
away.
Games. Yeah,
it's a minimum. So if you are charged with domestic abuse, you do not need a guilty plea or guilty conviction. Let's get that out of the way. NFL, ours the president with Ben Roethlisberger, never been charged, but still sat out 2 games. And then obviously you had the Ray Rice, which kind of spun all this, the current NFL domestic abuse.
Right. And that's where I'm getting to. Now, if people don't know, our recent NFL player that got in trouble law is Terrion Arnold, the cornerback for the Lions. First round pick, by the way. He got some serious charges put on him. Let me bring this up real quick. I'm gonna bring up in real time here. I have it
facing up to life.
Yeah, life up in prison for robbery and kidnapping.
It's like 9 counts of something.
Yeah, this is not something I think you could just sweep under the rug. I mean, OJ got like years for doing the kidnapping for his memorabilia. Not this is the equal to that because he had a kind of a record, OJ, but I mean, that was just dropped on us, day before yesterday. That is a big hit for the Detroit Lions from a team perspective, because their secondary is Ray Sauce. They got 2 good safeties in Branch and Joseph, but they're this whole year. Yeah, so I mean, but this is their number 1 pick. They picked him after Keenan Mitchell after the Eagles jumped and got him. So this could be a big hit. And if it's all true, well, then you know what? See you later. The door is going to be slammed behind you, and that's what you're going to get. Regardless, like RJ said, he's probably going to get his suspension anyways. So that was the big one they dropped on us. But they're having, I can't remember the last time I heard so many domestic abuse problems. Josh Jacobs was probably the most severe one because he has a strangulation with that. So his lawyer denies it. These are allegations. Don't come at us for suing us, but that's that. Pierce from the Atlanta Falcons. Now that has been worked around. They said he's gonna go I don't know, he's gonna do something to have the charges probably dropped. So that's a lot of BS. I think he will get suspended for that. And then the left tackle for the Rams. Now I looked into that, and apparently he was called on the cops, and he was found with scratches on him on his legs, I believe. And but that if that's to be our case too, that's 6-game suspension to the almighty Rams, who everybody's predicting are going to win it all. They can't really win it all with a crappy left tackle. So there's that. And this really has, let's put the sports aside. These are serious allegations. And then there's Jonathan Cooper, the defensive end, who had 10 sacks 2 years ago, 8 sacks to the season that just passed. And he's also on charges for domestic abuse. So that one look like that might, unless something happens, there's a buyout. And I also mentioned Terry Arnold, but also Rice. Didn't Rice
just got out.
Yeah, but he what?
I thought that was a car thing. That wasn't.
That was violation of probation.
Violation of probation. So he did violate something. So quickly, I mean, we could start with you, Adam, then RJ. I don't know. Do you think, not that you have to take, you're a Pack fan, not to take Josh Jacobs' side on this or whatever, right? Or take the Packers side. Do you think the NFL should do something harsher, or do you think there's why is it these NFL players who all these guys have money, even the young guys have signing bonuses that are millions of dollars? What is going on?
I mean, so I've heard different things that actually the rates of domestic abuse in the NFL are lower than the general population. I think it's just super publicized, obviously, because they're big figures. But really, if you think about it, there's 32 teams, at least 52 people on the roster. That's over 600 active roster players at all time. Just numbers wise, I'm not shocked by it. Honestly, it felt like 5 or 10 years ago we were getting like this Ray Rice thing and serious stuff happening all the time. And I do think the penalties that the NFL has put in has changed the culture a little bit. I do see that, this summer has been a little more active than usual, but I'm not thinking that it's like a sinking ship or there's a huge problem.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, RJ? Do you think or Adam, do you think it should be more than 6 games if found guilty?
I guess you can have a one-time 6 game. I don't know. I mean, if you're doing more than 6 games, you might as well just ban them for life, right? You're going to do the whole season. What are you thinking?
RJ, I'll let you take it from your standpoint.
They can go more. That's just the minimum. That's if you get children domestic violence. That's the minimum of 6. There's escalators. They're saying James Pierce missed the whole year. It's his first time being charged. So more they're charged domestic violence, the more that can change. What I've seen in some reports, and obviously we haven't heard a lot because with Josh Jacobs, they're saying it could be more too there, 8 to 12, because of strangulation. They can increase it based on the actual charges they have there. So I'm not sure.
It has to be awkward. When you have a guy a serious charger and they still go in mini camps or involuntary workouts. I mean, if I'm the next guy next to him, I'm be like, damn, dude, it's a strangulation charge? What the hell?
Think about the Packers too. Think about, riding on some little kid's bike going into training camp, and what are you going to let your kid ride on his bike? Or what, you let these families think about that. It's awful.
Yeah. I think out of the Jonathan, the Pierce one is pretty much seemed like it's got handled legally, but I think he will get suspended because of his charges. Arnold is definitely getting charges. The prosecutions do not come with these charges without a solid, they have some evidence. So, and also Josh Jacobs, Pierce, and Jonathan Cooper and Arnold are pretty they're probably gonna get suspended, and I wouldn't be surprised if they don't settle out of court, aka paying them off. That I think they will. They can get in trouble with the law, but they'll definitely get suspended. So that's where I was at. I think the last couple of summers, I don't remember hearing all these domestic, all these cases happening, and it's just very odd to me.
So I don't want to label Arnold domestic violence. He was charged with totally different stuff. So he
Right.
might not get suspended this year. So that's kind of split him off a little bit because he's got the most serious of all the charges, but not saying domestic violence isn't serious. But anytime you're faced on a life sentence, it's a little different.
Yeah.
And Jacobs was not charged formally. I know
Formally,
it doesn't matter for
not yet.
suspensions, but
Okay.
it is worth saying.
I missed that. RJ, when I read all the charges a little bit more, when I was at at work checking him out, that he might be he might post bail, but he might be seeing the season from a jail cell. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up the charges right now. So
Yeah, but you know what? I
9
just wanted.
charges.
Yeah, it's 9 charges. And like Adam said, he's facing life. But serious subject. I don't know. Maybe they could make some better programs, or the teams themselves can have some better programs to help these guys out. Because I don't know. It's sad to see. All right, we're done with all the heavy stuff here. We wanted to give you guys an update on that. In the world of sports, that is, and we want to talk about. Now we want to talk about the NFL in general. So. A lot of things happened in between that one draft, since the draft till now on June 25th. Last year I was making fun of Myles Garrett because he was like, I want to play for a winning team. And then he goes ahead and signs that long-term deal with the Browns, which I was like, you're not trying to win on a winning team when you were re-signing with the Browns. Well, he goes and has arguably one of the best, if not the best, defensive seasons any defender can have, and then the Browns flip him to the Rams. Had to give a little bit of a haul: first rounder, second rounder, and a third rounder, and Jared Verse. So now the Rams have traded McDuffie, signed Watson. Then they traded for Myles Garrett, losing Verse. That the Garrett is better than Verse right now. I didn't think they would change Verse. But their win total prediction is only 10.5 wins right now. But they have the best Super Bowl odds at plus 500. Now that's kind of what? Like, how do you have your wins but your Super Bowl? I get that, but Vegas is basically saying like they may get a wild card. They may or may not win the division. But if they get in the playoffs, they're gonna torch everybody in the playoffs because of their talent. Are you guys? What do you think about the trade? RJ, you could take this one first. What do you guys think about the trade? And then do you think we should name them Kingmakers ready? They should be a very heavy dog because favorites. They're very favorite to win the Super Bowl.
I like the trade. It's a slam dunk. Any Super Bowl caliber team getting the best defensive player only helps. By him also redoing his contract, they may not be done. There may be a vet or two they may sign. I'm not saying they're going to, but you don't redo that deal if you're not thinking 2 or 3 moves down the line. 10.5. I like the over.
Yeah, 10.5 right now. It's 10.5.
I like the over.
Yeah, Los Angeles Rams. It is currently now it's at 11.5, and right now I swear it was 10.5 when I looked at it last time, but maybe it did move up a game. But it's 11.5 right now. 12 wins in that division. Cardinals are an easy 2 wins, but Kyle Shanahan might get you a win or 2, even though I'm down on their team. And people forget the Seahawks. The Seahawks are still good. What do you think, Adam? Do you think the Rams should be labeled the Super Bowl champs already? They should be favored. They should be the king of the NFL. And what do you think about the trade?
I like the trade. Rams are continuing the F them pick strategy, and it seems to be working. I also like the haul they got, the Browns. The haul that they got, excuse me. I think also that line might be moving because it sounds like the Aaron Donald smoke is getting a little thicker. So I don't know what kind of deal, what kind of deal he would need, like as far as money, if it really would be like a minimum, or what he would do. But if those two get together, I think it's a pretty clear Super Bowl favorite if they aren't already with Myles Garrett. But losing Jared Verse is pretty big. So
yeah, their most as I was preaching all last year that I said their secondary could be had, and I was right. And I proved to everybody how their second half of the season, the line, their front seven was not getting to the quarterback. And I told people they can't get off the quarterback. You can light that secondary up, and I was proven right. They go. That's the biggest thing for me ever. Now, a good pass rush helps a good secondary, and a good secondary helps a good pass rush. They go hand in hand. I personally want to see the Rams be decimated. I want to see them crumble. I want this. I can't stand them. Like, but especially because
that wasn't the question. I agree.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I do like the trade. They're very F them picks kind of team. Browns had to do something because they're not going anywhere. So that's getting Jared Verse. Great. He could possibly be there. He's not going to be Myles Garrett, but he could be a very good to great defensive player. So that's great. The Browns can't really draft worth crap when it comes to, especially when it comes to quarterbacks. But I think that's a good trade for both of them. Yeah, I mean, but like, am I ready? You know, they got the Seahawks. Don't forget about that. That whole young defensive core stepping up. Am I ready to? Do they deserve the best odds? Okay, maybe they do deserve the best odds because they have so much talent. Is Devontae Adams going to step it up? Is old Father Time, who's undefeated, is going to catch with the Matthew Stafford? You know, is the left tackle going to play? So these are some decisions that I think will be answered at the towards the beginning of the season. Besides that, you want to say something, RJ?
No, I agree. I mean, they should be the Super Bowl favorites right now. I mean, who had a better offseason than them? You had the best defensive player. You got arguably one of the best corners in the league there. You signed Jalen Watson. I mean, if you ask me what they need to plug up, they filled them all. I mean, what more? They've already had the MVP in the league. They not only got the defensive MVP, they got arguably the best receiver in the league in Puka Nacua. I mean, the tight end room can be had, but the biggest question to me on that team is Matt Stafford. Can he stay healthy? Because he gets banged up. I mean,
yeah,
they get Ty Simpson, I guess, but I mean, I don't believe in him.
No, not at all. Their one quarterback injury to be decimated because Ty Simpson does not look like he's the guy to me. But let us move on to my Philadelphia Eagles. Just 2 years ago, they were the Super Bowl champions. I just keep you guys reminded of that. They trade AJ Brown to the Patriots, and if you go in the when we did our live NFL draft live video, if you go back to that, you'll see RJ saying that he thinks AJ Brown would only get a second round pick for him. If you go look at that back, well, they get a first round pick of 2028. I think that's great. You don't want to give Howie Roseman any picks because he'll use those like nobody's business. And I believe they got like a fifth round or something like that. So we did get something from him. I don't know if they shopped him around, but I know he really wanted to go to the Patriots. Maybe they're doing him a respect thing about giving him, or maybe the Patriots were going to offer him that much because he does have a big contract. There's wide receivers getting paid more than him, but it's still a hefty contract, and he has some years left on it. So there's that. I'll say what I have to say first, and I'll let you guys take after that. I'm glad he's gone now that things have been revealed about him leaking things to the media. This is alleged that he was in a lover's quarrel with a massage therapist and with Hassan Reddick. I don't know if that's true. I think what's his name? One of Brandon Graham liked it because somebody accused that he liked the Instagram page, the thing. Who knows? This is just the floating there. Regardless, he was leaking stuff to the media now, and he was saying to get a fire underneath his guys. I put money on that. You ask any player or the vast majority of NFL players, they don't want any of the guys leaking any stuff to the media because what stays in the locker room just stay in the locker room. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So he kind of, he broke trust with those guys. So I'm glad he's gone because it does seem like he was a headache in the locker room just from knowing that he leaked stuff in the email and the way he's talking and all this and that. It doesn't seem like he wanted to be there, obviously, but it doesn't seem like he was the they said guys like them, but you don't leak things in the media. I'm sorry. So I think cool herds will prevail. Things will be much easier going. But what do you guys about the AJ trade? And would you guys like a headache like that? Would you like a player in your favorite team's locker room giving media information?
No, I can take this one first, just to start by backing up RJ. A 2028 first is basically a second. That's how that's valued. So RJ kind of was right. Just to start off on that. Second, I'm totally. If I were you, I'd want AJ Brown gone as well. He's a headache. Fairly compensated in the trade. However, I will say that is a huge loss for that offense. Jalen Hurts has used him as a safety blanket for a long time, and we'll see how he handles changing up the offense and throwing it to different players.
We got the mad scientist, the new offensive coordinator, baby, from the Green
where
Bay
you're
Packers.
all just stuff and glue. I don't know, because that's my biggest takeaway. I'm excited for Jalen Hurts to fail yet again, and for the Eagles to be shopping for a new quarterback next year.
Well, that's a bold statement. I mean, like, I'm not the biggest Hurts fan. I was but he's been disappointing me. But RJ, you go ahead.
Yeah, I was right. I just didn't think they were going to get a 2027 one, which is being hailed as the best draft in like 15, 20 years. You're talking 5 first-round country quarterbacks, a generational receiver, a couple good tackles. But they get a first-round draft pick in 2028. We'll see if the Eagles keep that or move that pick. You never know, especially at the deadline.
Well, Howie likes the wheel and deal.
AJ Brown to the Patriots. Didn't he threaten Mike Vrabel a couple of years ago, and that's why he got traded to Philadelphia?
He made some. They say they like each other and all that. But they love each other. I don't know. Like,
dude, if these guys win, they don't care.
Yeah, that's true. Winning. So, go ahead, RJ.
He's going to the perfect place. With Mike Vrabel, he was leaking shit to the media too.
Yeah. True. They was leaking. They fit. They go better like jelly and freaking peanut butter. Those two guys. Speak about just quick off. Diana Rossini. I don't know if you guys read it. That and New York Times report. She was giving. She got pulled over by a police officer, and then she said, like, "Who's your favorite team? Your favorite coach? And I will get an autograph for you for him." And they're like,
FaceTime.
Oh, FaceTime to get off a ticket.
Like while he's standing there.
I'm not saying she's sleeping with all of them. She did have an allegation from a wife of a player, or a wife of a coach. Another woman said that she's sleeping with multiple coaches. Regardless, but like, you're setting a precedent there, like, for corruption to be corrupt. If you're getting out of a ticket and you're I'll have a head coach sign up, just get me out this ticket. Sign here, Ben Johnson, talk to this guy. So this police officer. That's you're walking on eggshells right there.
To be fair,
she probably accidentally showed a nude on her phone first. She's probably tried both strategies.
But Mark, that's been going on for years. Players signing autographs, giving game use stuff away. Like, I mean, that's just been going on a long time. That current player does it, but it wouldn't shock me.
I'm no way saying a guy or an NFL guy has a guy in the NFL hasn't tried to get out of a ticket, but she's an alumni and she had an affair with another man. So it's in the night. But besides that, I'm glad he's gone. We got a first round pick, Howie Rossum. If you go look at his last 5 years, his first 3 picks have been not home runs. The guy can draft like crazy, so give that guy more ammunition. It's great. Just like we traded a third rounder for Jonathan Grenard, sorry. We've got no third rounder next year. Yes, we do. We've got a third rounder for Jalen, compensatory third round for Jalen Phillips leaving away. We always have picks when Howie's stupid than GM.
That's projected though, Mark. He has to play so many games to get that. If he gets hurt, they won't get a third round pick. So that's why these are projected comp picks. These aren't guaranteed yet. They don't get locked into the end of the season.
I'll give you that. He's projected a third round pick. Okay. But just like Milton, who left the Patriots, he projected because he had the highest contract of the defensive tackles. Phillips got the highest DN contract, and that helps that projection to go up. So there's that. Some minor things I want to talk about. Kansas City Chiefs traded their backup tackle to the Falcons. I think that's stupid because they had some offensive line trouble. So if one of their tackles goes down, they don't really have a good backup tackle. They don't have a good back. This guy, I want to make sure I say his first name right. Wanye Morris, who seemed as a decent, good backup tackle who come in there and plug in a couple games if need be. Falcons get a nice piece there, and they train him for I think a 6th round pick or a 7th round pick. They got something nice for him. So I don't think that's good for Chiefs. And I'm hinting at that. I will get to that later about the Chiefs. And the other good signing that happened after the NFL draft, which is another leadway after we talk about our favorite teams, is that Juwan Jennings signed with the Minnesota Vikings. So now you have Jefferson and Jennings on each of the sides, and you got Addison patrolling the middle as a slot wide receiver and Hawkinson as the starting tight end. I think that's a solid throw. I know Jennings gets hurt, but if you're telling me that he doesn't have to be the main focus, like he wasn't the main focus in San Francisco because all the injuries last year, Jay Jett is going to get those double teams. Damn well he is. And then that's going to leave up Addison and Juwan Jennings. I think that's a great signing for the Vikings. Great signing by them. So with that, those quick tidbits. I thought we'd give an update on our 3 of our favorite teams quickly. I don't know if I should start first. You guys want me to start first with my team, or you guys want to go ahead?
So you can go first.
Okay. So as we're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles, I'll go first. So I already talked about the Philadelphia AJ Brown. See you later. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Leaked all that stuff out. I don't like it. I think the locker room will be better for it. What do I got here? Sorry, I can't read my own handwriting. Oh, sorry. This is more AJ Brown stuff. Let's talk about briefly about the new offensive coordinator. One of our left tackle, one of the best left tackles in the game, said he's everybody's loving it. It is the offense is more complicated, but he said he's a mad genius and everybody's loving the new plays, a lot more under center. So that's awesome to hear from guys from Johnson to the left tackle. That's great to hear from Jalen Hurts. I know a lot of these guys have to say good things. They're not going to put their new offensive coordinator in the under the bus, but it looks like him and Hurts and Mannion have a good relationship. Mannion being a next quarterback, I think Hurts likes that a little more respectable because he was the next player. So that's good from Eagles standpoint. Also, don't know if you guys heard, Eagles made some good sneaky signings. I should have said this in the NFL, but since we're talking about Philadelphia Eagles, they go sign AJ Espinoza, who has back-to-back 6 sacks. He's gonna be the 5th DN. He was a starter for the Bills for a long while. Good run guy, stuff for 2. We signed him on a 1-year deal. He was a little bit hurt, but he's had 6 sacks, and he's only gonna be the 5th. He's gonna be like the 5th guy at getting in that rotation. So he doesn't have to be the main guy. That's a good, solid pickup and really good depth piece. We also signed Michael Jordan. No, not the NBA player. He did not come out of retirement to play for the Eagles. He is a left guard. He has a lot of starting experience recently with the Atlanta Falcons, I believe, and that's also a good depth piece as well. Will he make the team? I'm not sure, but I think that's good to have that on the team because you can't have depth. The Eagles love depth. They have old starters on playing backup roles on all the time. Every year they have ex-starters playing good depth roles. That's a great moves by Howie. Also, I don't know if you guys remember Elijah Mitchell, the running back. You guys remember that guy? He came in on voluntary tryout. He knocked the socks off all the guys. They gave him a 1-year deal out of all the tryouts. So Elijah Mitchell, Tank Bigsby, and Barkley. You're telling Elijah Mitchell's the 3rd running back on that. We still have the other guy we drafted. Always forget his name, but I wouldn't mind if he goes. Good passing, catching running back. But Elijah Mitchell as maybe a 3rd running back, I'll take that. And we have AJ Pierce we picked up too. So there's a lot of weapons here, a lot of sneaky signings by the Eagles, a lot of depth. Don't forget we traded for Jonathan Grenard for a 3rd round pick. I love all these moves, but I think the AJ Espinoza pick, we averaged 6 sacks a season, 2 years running as a 5th DN. Great depth piece for that. So that is my update with the Eagles. I know your boy Wicks is getting a lot of praise from the it looks like he might play the slot receiver. Did he play slot receiver for the Packers?
I don't remember.
I thought it was Reed playing the slot.
Yeah. I thought he played outside. Yeah, Reed plays the slot.
Wicks is good analytic, has great analytics, but can't catch the ball. I think last 2 years he was the most open receiver in the NFL, then led the league in drops cover the last 2 years.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was a big guy. Like all the fantasy guys, he's like a big sleeper every year because of the analytics and the separation and all that stuff. But hopefully he pulls it together. I mean, you guys are paying him decent money. I hope he
Yeah.
plays well. I always liked him. But
Yeah,
on,
when you're
on-
12,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I think he'll eventually maybe put outside because our first round pick, Lemon, he's great hands and he's good after the catch. So I think they might put him in the slots. But also they like to move Devontae Smith. I think that's just gonna be a lot of moving parts. They're getting a lot of praise from the ex-Packers and Mannion and Wicks, and we'll see on game day and training. When the training days happen. So there's that. RJ, your Bears, they lose DJ Moore, putting the young guns out there. They sign no defensive ends to get after the quarterback. They go safety. They go.
Let him do his talk first. You're already ripping him.
I like the DJ Moore trade. They get a second round pick for a guy they probably were going to cut, to be honest with you. I didn't get defensive end, which is fine. They're hopefully going to. There's still some more up there right now. There's been a lot of Jabbar Clowney talk to the Bears. I'm sure that they're going to wait to buy after week 1 because they don't want to guarantee the whole season. So you're going to see a lot of vets sign after week 1 just for they don't got to guarantee his whole contract. I do like the left tackle signing, Broderick Willis. People forget he was a top 10 pick about 4 years ago. Then he's had back-to-back knee injuries. I mean, the Bears are going to miss their left tackle for most of the year this year. They did resign. I forget the old left tackle. I forget he's not Braxton Jones.
No, we're not talking about the offseason of the Bears. We're talking about what anything new from the end of the draft for you.
It's been pretty quiet. I mean, there's been from after the draft from camp. There's been a lot of talk about Xavier Thomas. He's making a lot of big plays, and Duke can run. So we'll see. I mean, I went totally it was a reach, but I trusted Ben Johnson. He's been a great offensive player and offensive talent developer. So
yeah, it's going to be Odunze and what's his name on the outside. Who's playing slot? Yeah,
it's going to be a combination of probably Xavier Thomas and then Khalif Redmond. He's from Detroit. The Bears brought him over. He knows Ben Johnson's system. He played the 3 in there, a lot of the slot. He played more on the outside because he kicked in St. Brown, but I think Luther Burden will play a lot of slot because the man can run. I mean, most yards, second most yards for catch. He has the biggest run for yak and as a rookie in history of the NFL. So we'll see if it ends up translates so he has to get some more targets. I mean, Loveland's still the guy there. I mean, Loveland was Caleb Williams' guy. He had the most. He was the tight end 1 going down the stretch. And look at the playoffs. I mean, he destroyed the Packers in the playoffs. He had like 12, 13 catches.
In the second half.
Yes. But they put a linebacker on him, ate him up, put a safety on him, he used his body. I mean, he was the number 1 route running tight end in the draft last year. He kind of showed it. Took a little bit, so we'll see.
Any injuries or suspensions?
No suspensions. I mean, the only is their left tackle from they got hurt. Edwards is still hurt coming back from that broken leg. He'll be ready for camp.
Well, speak about injuries. Let's talk about the Green Bay Packers. I think maybe it wasn't news for Adam as the Packer fan, but there was some news that came out last week that he's probably going to be out until the second season starts. And sounds like that is Michael Parsons. Other than we talked about one of their better weapons, Josh Jacobs, getting in trouble since after the draft, and Michael Parsons gonna be out for half the season. Anything, Adam, you want to tell us?
Yeah, I mean, the Packers have mostly just been focusing on extensions. I can't remember if the Lucas Van Ness 5th-year option, if that's before or after the draft. But besides that, we got the Jaden Reed extension, Christian Watson extension.
What's your take on that? So you do like it?
I do like all of them. He only got, was it 31 million guaranteed or something? These contracts are all about guarantees. It's pretty incentive based. So I think everybody freaks out on that first day, when they see the big number, because that's what the agent wants everybody to see. once you break them down, I really don't think it was a bad contract. I know RJ's looking it up right now because he's going to try and rain on my parade. But Watson, when he's on the field, the EPA per play and all the metrics are insane. So
I'm a Watson believer. I draft him fantasy. I hang down to him till he was healthy, and he gave me a lifeline in our fantasy league to make it to the playoffs. So I hear you. But wasn't it $20 million a year?
Maybe a little more. 23 million in new money a year, I believe. But I did
40 years and it's 4 years and 110 million. But it's really 492. There's been discrepancy on how the contract is. It says 36 million guaranteed, but it's not so much the guarantee, it's how it's structured, which I'm trying to find how it's structured right now, because that's what matters.
You got like 31.
Because it could be $36 million guaranteed and have it spread out over 3 years. You know what I mean?
Either way, before I get too into the weeds on that, I did see a stat that there wasn't one game last year where Golden, Reed, and Watson and Kraft all played in one game. One of them was always hurt. So I think they're really focusing on getting all these guys locked in, because with those weapons, I think the Packers are easily a top 5 offense in the league. Tucker Kraft is the next guy that's going to sign, and I hope they do that as soon as possible.
Remind me, is Tucker Kraft going to be healthy before the season starts?
He is. And I think Zach Tom is as well. I'm pretty sure Micah Parsons is the only big name that we're missing. I might be missing one other guy, but Zach Tom is hopeful for week 1, and Tucker Kraft definitely is back.
And in your opinion, what should they do if Josh Jacobs is suspended for several games? Who's the guy? Who's their backup?
Marshawn Lloyd. He was a 2nd or 3rd round pick. The guy's good. He's not a bell cow back, but he's a speedster, and he's had terrible injury luck. He got healthy and had his appendix burst the next week. Like, the guy has been
that's right.
cursed beyond belief. So we can't rely on him. If Josh Jacobs is cut, I think they save about 11 mil this year ish. So I think running back is something that if you're motivated to get, you can find a serviceable one. Obviously, losing Josh Jacobs would suck, but he wasn't the same player last year as he was 2 years ago when he really carried that offense. So the impact sucks, but he's not the same player from a couple years ago.
And Lloyd did get hurt during minicamp. So.
He sat out a little bit. I haven't heard anything of like a real injury, but that's going to plague him forever, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I hear you. Running backs, they're plentiful. You can so I feel like there will be some people available if Josh Jacobs if it goes sideways for him, which I think he will still get suspended, but if I'm the Packers, and maybe they get the wind of that, or they do cut him, I think even a mid-round pick or somebody cut. But I think a mid-round pick could get you a solid guy. Like I told you, with the Eagles have a lot of running backs, or somebody they have on their radar that's because I think what's the guy Montgomery they got him for a 5th round pick, I believe. So I think the Packers are willing to give up a middle pick. They can still get some value there for a running back too, if Lloyd is hurt and Jacobs. Well, they'll have to do something. Both those guys are not ready for game 1 of the season.
Yeah, the last little bit of Packers. Oh, go ahead, RJ.
From the Packers, I'm really looking at watching Arizona, and I'm really watching the Saints and see what they're going to do with Alvin Kamara. I know the Saints have him reportedly. They want a 2nd round pick for him, and they've been pretty steadfast on that last 2 years. And someone's got to get cut in the Cardinals running back room. They have Jeremiah Love, the highest paid running back in NFL right now. They've got James Conner, Tyler Algier, and Trey Benson. One's got to go.
Yep.
Who that is, I'm not sure.
Or a 7th rounder. The Packers go, hey, we'll take Benson for a 7th round pick.
Yeah,
You know,
but they can wait. Like, I think there's no
Yeah.
rush right now. There's nobody obvious out there. The only last little bit of news that I wanted to say for the Packers is there are reports that Trey Smack, the new kicker that we picked, I think in like the 5th round or something, is
Yeah.
struggling. I think I have read that this is a common thing for rookies when they're switching over to the new NFL ball and, you know, kicking outside and yada, yada, yada. But we got rid of McManus. It is a risk that we're going with a rookie. So we're not panicking yet, but it's just a little bit of extra excitement.
That'd be typical Packers.
Would be. It would be.
Yeah, they've been having some Packer woes. Who was your guys' longtime kicker for the longest time?
Mason Crosby.
Yeah.
Crosby. That's what it is. Yeah. There you go. RJ, our guy there.
I just don't
okay.
understand why cutting McManus now. It made no sense. I know they traded 2 7th-round picks to move up in the 5th to go get him, but it makes no sense to me.
He lost us the playoffs. Get him out.
So I mean,
He's a
what if
creep.
this guy struggles then? At least better.
Then we'll deal
He
with
could
it.
have did the same thing. I mean, yeah. I mean,
This offseason for the Packers, it was about cutting the fat, man. Cutting the dead weight. We got the machete out. Got rid of Gary. Got rid of some other guys. It's a new day in Green Bay.
You are going to go to a 4-3 too, so we're going to see. So you're going to see Micah's hand in the draft this year. They're going to probably see LVN as a D tackle, not a D end.
It hasn't been confirmed yet, but we'll see.
I mean, Gann already said they're going to a 4-3. The majority, but most teams do 4-3, 3-4. They kind of 3-3-5. They match up to whatever. So they play.
Well,
most of
go.
the NFL plays 3 guys down with nickel anyway, so it's not a terrible move. I know they got Hargrave. That's so him.
Yeah, I'm asking Hargrave. Your old man Hargrave, I call him. Guy was in the Eagles. Guy was in the 49ers. He was hurt on the 49ers, the Packers. You know, now that you're here, RJ, I don't have to be the only Packer hater, but you're there. I mean, I try to give the Packers their flowers sometimes, but it's good. But I hear you. I think the Packers would be dumb if they don't make a running back move, which I think they will. Well, let's let Jonathan Gannon. I think that was a solid pickup. You're not gonna have some freshman defensive coordinator, and we talked about that before the draft happened. So I think he'll put it together. I think the key for the Packers, and we'll talk about this when the season comes up, that is they got to stay in contention while they wait for Parsons to get off the healthy and possibly other guys, or maybe Jacobs is suspended, and then they have to wait for him, but they got to stay in contention so they can get the reinforcements. And Parsons a big one because it was everybody saw when Parsons got hurt, the defense fell to the floor. Nobody's really scared of that defense. I think that's what the Packers have to do.
And before we move on to the Packers, Tucker Kraft is going to start the camp on PUP list. So, which is that's the big thing. If he goes through week 1, he's out 3 games minimum, which I think he may be out for 3 games. I don't know why he's rushing back. Let him get fully healthy. I mean, Torrent, I think they say Torrent.
They have another solid tight end. He's good.
Yeah, so we'll see there. But being on PUP, it's not a huge lit, but it's kind of expected he was going to be on PUP.
Who's the backup?
Go ahead.
And
who's the backup tight end?
Musgrave.
Yeah, Musgrave.
They also
signed
some guy.
Tucker Kraft is on a contract year.
Oh yeah, RJ. I mean, I mentioned that he's up, and he hopes they sign him too. I mean, he's not injured prone. He doesn't have a history of this. This is just what had happened. So I think he'll bounce back.
He's turned into everybody's favorite Packer too. He loves the Pack. He says he wants to stay there forever. He's saying all the right things. He seems like a great dude.
Kraft is a Packer, Wisconsin name. It's like that name.
100%.
Yeah. Like Favre, Kraft. Like these are. They just go. This sounds like a Packer to me. You know what I mean?
Yep, simple for us simpletons to pronounce.
I also was talking in my other group chat about the whole Pitts extension, and we were kind of talking about Tucker Kraft. They're a bunch of Packer fans, and I said, well, say something nice about a Packer here. Tucker Kraft is the closest thing to Rob Gronkowski the NFL has. Closest thing to that, he's 6'5", he's 250. Where Vernon where Kyle Pitts kind of reminded me of Vernon Davis, the kind of guy who's had all the talent but just never hit his peak. Last year he had a monster year. He had I think 88 catches for over 1,000 yards. But Tucker Kraft, which is close to Robert Krause is in the NFL today.
Well, there is our Packer updates, our Bears update. Not much from the Bears, Packers, some good and bad news, and hopefully, a lot of these guys who are injured are healthy and they come back. Because even though I can hate on some teams, or we can hate on some teams, like it's great when they have those other best players, and they're going at it full force. Eagles had a more of a busy transactions, busy in general after the draft, but that's Howie for you. Now let's go we talk about the NFL, sports in general here. Now let's talk about my 5. These are my 5 right now as we do this on June 25th. This is subject to change, and I usually do 10. Now let's don't forget, people, on my 10 predictions for the team total wins for the teams, I went 7 for 10. So that's pretty damn good. I would have won 8 for 10 if the Saints didn't drop the ball. So I would have went that the Saints lost before me. But my big win was the Browns. I told you guys the Browns would have won over their team total, and they did. So these are 5. I'm going to pick 10 before the season starts. Right now, these are my favorite team total win predictions. You guys tell me what you think. And let's stay on the Green Bay Packers. The offense is good. I think the offense is more. If I'm an opponent, I think the offense is more to scare you. Jordan Love, I think he cleaned it up last year than 2 years ago in throwing the ball around. I think he's good. I think he's in the conversation or is in the top 10 quarterback. But there's too many things for me. The team total win is 9.5 wins, and I think the Packers are going to go under 9.5. They could do it at 9 wins. And you know why they could do it at 9 wins? Because I think 3 seasons in a row, the Packers have only won 9 games. I know two years in a row, they've only won 9 games, something like that. So they're not, and they still got, and all the years the Packers have gotten in the playoffs, they have got, I believe, the 7th seed. You guys could prove me wrong on this, but I believe I'm right in saying this. So just take it back. Their prediction's 9.5 wins. I say they go under. Have they gotten better since last year? Think about it. They possibly lose Jacobs. I still think he will get suspended because strangulation that's a big thing. And Michael Parsons is going to be out until the half the season. Now, I do like the corner the Packers got. They still have an actual good secondary. I don't trust any of them to get after the quarterback at all. Ben Johnson, he'll scheme something. You guys saw Michael Parsons was it on the field last year. It did not look well. And I believe their defense will have to be their defense. Jordan Love is going to have to step and light up, and Watson's going to have to stay healthy. But you lose arguably your best weapon in Josh Jacobs, because I don't know who's better, Reed or Kraft. Okay, Kraft just said he's going to be out maybe a couple games. He might be ready for the season. No, I think there's too many ifs and buts. But if you think about it, and tell me your reaction to this, guys. Are the Packers better than they were last year?
I'll take this first and let Adam finish up being a Packer fan. I don't think they are. I don't think they're relying on guys coming back rather than going out and getting pieces. They traded away Wicks. You're relying on Watson and Reed to stay healthy, which they've proven over their career they haven't been able to. Defensively, I mean, Micah's injury is being up 9 weeks is a big loss, because I think if you're there, I mean, you're hoping to go 4-4, 5-4. That's be a positive 9 games. You're hoping Tucker Kraft's not going to miss a few games. I do like the corner they drafted. He's pretty crabby, plays well in trail technique, but he'll fit what Green Bay likes to do. The biggest things I'm worried about the first 9 is their pass rush. And even with Parsons, pass rush is still their biggest weakness. And then the wideouts. I mean, for much as people like their wideouts, Golden was probably arguably the worst first-round receiver in the history of the NFL, numbers-wise. He was. Like, it's not debatable. They put all the numbers up here. He had
all right, wrap it up.
Overall, I'd say no.
Okay, you're talking about the difference between last year and this year. Is he going to get worse, Golden, from last year? No, he's probably not.
You just
he's going to play better.
hope.
I think he's going to play better. The only thing, well, not the only thing. One thing I'll say, would the Packers have beat the Bears last year with a healthy Tucker Kraft, Zach Tom, and Micah Parsons?
I don't know.
The answer is yes. So the Packers have gotten that much better. They are going to miss Parsons for half the year, but they're getting a Pro Bowl offensive lineman back. Their offensive line should be better than the abysmal shit they put out there last year. Their weapons are, I think, solidified. Their offense is going to be better.
Would you agree that the Packers defense has to be their offense until Parsons comes back?
Yeah, I do believe that.
Who's the next best guy after Parsons to get after quarterback? Help me out here. Is it Cooper?
Cooper, yeah. So Zaire Franklin's going to be what they, I guess.
That's right. You guys did trade him.
The experts call him that. So I'm hoping they can use Edgerrin Cooper as more of, I don't know, a pressure guy and let him go out and be an instinctive playmaker that he is. So he was a little disappointing last year, and I'm hoping that was scheme specific. And I just really hope that Gannon can unleash. Our safety room is really good. Javon Bullard is going to come and be, I think, a breakout slot corner. So if they can get enough pressure, I think the defense can be good enough. I think if we have a top 20 defense for the first 9 weeks, the Packers will win 6 games easily out of those 9 because their offense is going to be that good.
Okay, well, so real quickly, RJ, over under 9.5 wins.
Under.
Adam?
Don't ask stupid questions.
Okay, so that's one of mine. That might change. Like I said, the Packers might sign a running back. They might do something. All these teams might do something. Second, my favorite team total wins is Chiefs under 10.5 wins. Not only has the division got better, the Chargers, they're both tackles are coming in fully healthy. That was the thing wrong with them. They drafted some offensive linemen. Now I still think I like to see some more receivers in there, but they do have a good running back duo. Herbert, when he is protected, can throw the ball. So and I do believe losing Minter is a big deal. But
wait, you said Chiefs? Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Chiefs division right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I'm talking about their team total wins. I'm right to say, right? The Chargers are in the Chiefs division, right?
Yeah, I was reading and
Yeah. So yeah, I was talking about the Chargers too much. So I believe the division got harder. The Raiders got better with all their signings and hopefully a better rookie quarterback. I think the Chargers getting the 2 offensive tackles and putting some more protection around Herbert's going to help. What was the Achilles heel for the Broncos? I know we talk about Cooper might be out, might be suspended, but was their offense? They get, if Waddle could stay healthy, I know it's an if, but if Waddle could get healthy, Waddle, Sutton, I don't like the running backs. Harvey is not it. He's not a starting running back, and Dobbins, re-signing him, stupid. But I do like that Bo Nix has more guys to throw to, because that moving the ball was their Achilles heel. They're always coming down from a fourth quarter. Now, I don't think the Broncos will keep that up, and they might be on this list of mine to come from the fourth quarter and win these games. But also, the division got better. Who on the Chiefs scares you in the offense? Taking Patrick Mahomes out of it. Now, good quarterbacks can make good things happen, okay? Rice I don't care what he says. I'm listening to other NFL players. He is not kind of looking that part a little bit like he did in the beginning. Maybe a full offseason will help that. So I could be wrong there. Okay, Xavier Worthy. Okay, I heard a lot of people say he get bullied at the line if he doesn't speed you down the thing. Is he going to be that? People, I think it's a joke that thought people were going to be in the next Tyreek Hill. I don't see that whatsoever. Tyreek Hill was a big guy, not just fast. After that, it's like, okay, the only weapon I like was Walker. That is it. Kelsey, are you hoping he brings it back another good year? Tight ends, they need to be shifty. They need to go down that middle. Okay. And defense, Chris Jones did look older. Doesn't mean he can't have a bounce back year. He looked older. They lost Trey McDuffie. They lost Watson. So they brought in the guy from LSU. Are we just going to assume just because they hit back-to-back first-round picks on corners, they're going to hit back-to-back a third time on a corner? This guy's just going to come out the day and be McDuffie? I see too many holes on this team. They are dependent on Patrick Mahomes. Oh, by the way, he got another big extension. Now he's getting paid God knows how much money. Are we just going to assume that he's just going to turn it around. He's just going to light it up with these mediocre guys around there. And I think they're mediocre except Walker. Adam knows. I said the running back was terrible before the season started. I said, is Walker going to solve all the problems? Walker gets hurt once in a while, if I can remember right, in the Seattle Seahawks. So I don't know, guys. I feel like they're depending on a lot of rookies on the defensive side, and they're hoping on Patrick Mahomes to put the whole offense on his back and make magic happen. Do you like under 10.5 wins?
I smashed that under all day. I forgot about the Trent McDuffie trade. I think the Chiefs are just a dying franchise that they're just holding on to Mahomes. Chris Jones is not, I don't think, going to have a bounce back year. He's not the same player he was to solidify that defense. Not to mention all the updates you said to the teams in their division. So 10's a lot of wins. So I'm under. It's 10.5, right?
Yeah, it's 10.5. That hook. They could win 10 games, but that hook could catch him.
I'm taking it under.
I think the hook's going to catch him. But I do believe a lot in their defense. Steve Spagnuolo is arguably one of the best defensive coordinators ever in the NFL.
Yeah,
I mean,
I get that.
I think he's won 4 or 5 Super Bowls as a defensive coordinator. So, I mean, I don't want to. He can develop that talent. They've done it year in, year out with defensive players surprising you in the draft. Where I agree with you guys, their offense. But there's also been some rumblings that Tyreek Hill can make them home. And that would change it for me. If he ends up coming back week 8 or week 9 and going and sign a 1-year deal with the Chiefs, I would like, if they had Hill, I would like the over with them. I believe in healthy Mahomes, but if you're, as he stands now, I go the under.
So, oh man, I thought you were gonna go 16, 17 wins, RJ. Justin Fields is on the team, baby. He's on there. But let me throw some names out for you for the wide receiver room, okay, real quick. Does Rashid Rice, Xavier Wither, Thornton, Royals, Allen, and Ramingo do it for you? Because it doesn't do it for me. Does Travis Kelce, Nora Gray, who had a disappointing season last year, 2 years ago, 2 and 3 years ago, he was better. This does not do it to me. If Josh Simmons gets hurt, or Trey Smith, that backup defensive tackle who was good, offensive tackle who was good, is gone. With Morris, he's left. So he got traded. So I'm just saying they're depending on a defense. Like I told you, like they need Omar Norman Lott, their first round pick from 2 years ago, a serious injury. So maybe he comes back. Maybe when he's healthy, he comes back. There's a lot of like ifs, ands, and buts with this team, but there's nothing that really scares me. And you're right, RJ. It's going to be dependent on Spags, his smarts, his defensive planning, his all execution, the plays and designing. It's got to be do like a Ben Johnson for their defense, I think, to scare anybody. So that's where I'm at with under 10.5 wins. And I think 10 wins could get you there.
I think the reason I like him under 2, I like a sneaky play with Mike McDaniels to the Chargers. I think he's going to make Omar Hampton really good. I think he's going to Justin Herbert and being the offensive coordinator there. So that's the thing no one's talking about. Because for the first time in a while, I believe that Jim Harbaugh is a head coach. I don't like his run for schemes. For the first time in a long time, Jim Harbaugh got an elite offensive coordinator to go with him. Because Greg Roman, to me, he's never been elite.
No.
Maybe that 1 or 2 years with Colin Kaepernick, where they kind of did the whole like the quarterback read and stuff like that. That was a revolution at the time, guys. No one did that. And then everyone started doing that. So this is, for the first time in a long time, Jim Harbaugh's got an elite offensive coordinator to go on with.
Yeah, and a lot of people are taking the Chargers at 11 wins right now on the betting thing. So a lot of people. I'm a certified Harbaugh hater, and I think they're both great, but their people are just, their heads are up their asses too much. But that's besides the point. So under 10.5 wins. Let's get an over in here. My third team is, I like the Texans over 9.5 wins. Now here's the thing. Nobody except the Titans has gone better. Now think about it. The Jaguars have objectively gotten worse. They signed almost damn near nobody, and they lost their 1,000-yard running back. He's gone. See you later. He's out of town. He's the Carolina Panthers, if you want to call him. So he is gone. Okay. So there's that. The Titans made a lot of good moves. I think their defense is going to surprise a lot of people. I truly do. And them probably Jeffrey Simmons extending him. Great guys, the blood and heart of that defense. I think their defense is going to scare people. Cam Ward, I mean, I don't know. They need to take another bigger step. Wide receiver room, Calvin Ridley, the guy they drafted from Ohio State, which was a reach in some people's eyes. Is that going to do it for you? They also have another decent wide receiver. I forget. Running back room is atrocious, and Pollard and Spears. I'm not worried about. That's the thing. That's them. And then it's the Colts. Now, I took a look at the Colts. Okay. Is Daniel Jones going to have he would look like he was resurrecting his career? Is he going to have it after his serious injury? Are we debating that? And do you think after you gave Alex Pierce an overpay, did you give who are you going to trust after him? Downs? Warren? Because that's it. That's it. It's Downs and Warrens. That's it. Or obviously they're going to hope on Jonathan Taylor runs like a monster. That's what's going to be it. Okay. But they're also hoping another Colts, Sauce Gardner, comes up from his season-ending injury. So him and Ward. Oh, guess what? Ward had a serious injury as well. So your two top corners were both hurt. So what I'm saying with the Colts is like a lot of ifs and buts. This division is to be had. Okay. So that's that. With the Texans, they got the Eagles safety, Rain Blankenship. They upgraded safety at already a team that was monster at defense. Okay. Tank Dell is coming back with the rest of their guys they drafted, and they got better in the running back room. Okay. Which they needed like nobody's business, but it was another running back. Now it all depends on Stroud. Their offensive line wasn't that bad. They're middle of the pack last year. So I think 10 wins can easily possibly win this division, but I think the Texans could get there this year. Who wants to go first on that one?
I'll take the over on that one. That defense was terrifying, and it got better somehow. I think when you have a dominant defense, you win the games you're supposed to win because you can beat up on crappy teams. So I think it's a safer bet to go over on that. They got David Montgomery as well to help that offense. I really like the Texans this year. So over.
I'll be the other. I'm taking them under. I like Jacksonville. I know with ETN going to the New Orleans Saints, it's a big loss, but
did he go to the Saints? I said the Panthers.
Yeah,
Sorry,
his brother went to the Panthers. I like the best quarterback in the room, which is in that division, which is Trevor Lawrence. I think you're going to get a healthy Hunter, which is going to play more defensive back from what I'm reading, which is the great spot for him. Their receiver room is loaded.
Look at. I know you're going to say there, Brian Thompson. He's talking about the Jaguars.
It's only 2 games, though. I mean,
and I like Tootin. I think look at Lamar. Outside of the top 3 play callers in the NFL, Coleman might be the 4th best play caller in the NFL. I mean, people forget what he did. Right. Sorry, RJ. I got you. You like the offensive coordinator. Yes, Cohen is a very, very good player. He really could develop a lot of things. But I thought you said the wide receiver room. I'm calling it right now. I think Travis Hunter is going to be a bust. He's going to be a above average corner, and if he wants to go to receivers, maybe above average receiver. But he can't play both positions. I'm sorry, but other than that, Brian Thompson Jr. had a down year, and if they didn't sign Jacoby Myers, they would not win that division last year, or they wouldn't have made the playoffs last year if they didn't trade for Jacoby Myers. Go ahead. That's why I like Cohen's play calling. I'm not worried about. I think Tootin's going to step right in. Look, we did Bucky Irving. He did that with Walker, Charbonnet. Everywhere he's gone, he's gotten 1,000-yard backs. So I like the team. I think they're going to. I like Jacksonville over. I like Jacksonville to win the division. It's one of my better play. I think this year. I'm just not a big league. What comes down to.
Yeah, I think he's a decent quarterback. He's a good quarterback, but he's not a great quarterback. But that's why I think trading for Montgomery and having Woody Marks is. I think that's really gonna help him out because Woody Marks and them trying to run it back with Nick Chubb was just god awful. Nick Chubb had no legs, and Woody Marks can now go back to a receiving back, which he's the best at, and then have Montgomery pound the rock. And they drafted a kid in the draft as well. So there we go with that. The Texans. Me and Adam like the over. You like the under. Now let's talk about a team that's very low number here. I like the, which is one of the worst teams in the NFL, which I think they might be. I like the under 4.5 wins when it comes to the Miami Dolphins. Now, just take a look at that depth chart, okay? I am not kidding you when I say I'm like, wow. Besides A-Chain, who could get hurt, he's been hurt in the past. Who scares you? There is not one weapon. I am telling you right now, not one weapon besides A-Chain that scares you at all. The only way that I feel like they could put up points, the only way that they could do that is scheming Malik Willis and A-Chain to do a lot of RPOs, a lot of short passes. But I think that's the only way they do it is with speed and use A-Chain and Malik Willis and have Malik Willis. I mean, hey, if you believe in, if you like doing player props, take the over on Malik Willis's rushing yards. Okay, I take that to the bank right now. But there's nobody offense that scares you. Look at the wide receivers; they're god awful. And then if you take a look at the defense, okay, what their starting right defensive end is Uche. Uche, who started for the Chiefs a few years ago, he was the 6th or 5th guy. He got like maybe a few snaps with the Eagles, and now he's their starter. Him and Chop Robinson, you know, he needs to do a little better to not be a bust. But other than that, they're clearly rebuilding. I think this team, they're in the same division as the Patriots, same division as the Bills. I think the Bills and Patriots both could probably sweep them, and maybe they get a lucky win with the Jets. But the Jets made a lot of off-season moves, and their defense will probably be legit with the Jets. But they are gonna. I feel like to get 5 wins, I don't see it.
I mean, they have 179 million of dead cap. Keep in mind, the total cap this year is 301. That's 58% of their cap is dead.
Is that from player moves or just not signing guys? How does that
moves. So that's like when they traded away Waddle. Anything guaranteeing your contract, you can't trade. You got to take a dead cap on. For example, I'm using Eagles market, AJ Brown. The Eagles kept 48 million or 47 million of dead cap. They split it over 2 years. So, because AJ Brown had some redoing his deals and guaranteed money, they already technically paid them, and that's how they spread over the cap. So that's pretty much trades and cutting people.
Okay, well, what about the team total, RJ? What, like the under?
Smash under.
Yeah.
This might be the worst team. They get 3 wins. I might even flex this down to 3.5 wins.
Technically, the Cardinals statistically are 3.5 wins. They are the worst team to total wins. So they're predicting the Dolphins to have one more win, but I don't even see that. But Adam, what do you think?
That could just be from strength of schedule or something. I think I feel bad for Malik Willis. I was really excited for him.
Yeah.
You know,
he kind of resurrected his career with the Packers.
He did. He got us a couple wins last year, man. I mean, he was worth every penny we paid for him, and I feel bad for him. It's gonna be a train wreck, and I think I don't know how they just allow teams like this to tank so bad, but we'll see.
Well, Malik Willis might be outed again if they get like one or two, the first or second pick, because they'll probably go quarterback, and they'll probably tell Malik Willis, hey, thank you for your service. You know, either he'll start one more year to save the quarterback, or he'll be like, you could play backup to this guy. He'll probably play, it's a short contract. He'll probably play one more year to save that quarterback, and then eventually Malik Willis will probably be benched, and then the new guy will go in.
Yeah, he's the new Tyrod Taylor. Be a journeyman. But
yeah.
Anyway, let's keep it rolling.
Yeah. So my final fifth team prediction, my favorite team total win over under is stay in the NFC North, baby. Minnesota Vikings over 8.5 wins. Now, I don't have to tell you guys this. I already told you guys. Not only did they sign Kyler Murray, we know this. Okay. Don't forget I believe the Vikings, won 8-9 wins last year? So that was with Montgomery and God knows who's the other quarterback they had thrown out there. It was 7 or 9 wins. I know that. So they get Kyle Murray. Now there's Conley, the head coach, complicated system, whatever. Murray, I think, is head and shoulders over JJ McCarthy. They say there's going to be a battle there. I think Murray would come out at the end. So Kyle Murray is the quarterback. And then I told you guys, Juwan Jennings. Okay, if Juwan Jennings is healthy, he is healthy going to the season. He's not going to be injured coming into the in the first game of the season or training camp. He's going to be there. Jay Jettas, top 3 wide receiver in the league, arguably number 1. Juwan Jennings and Addison being not double teamed, that's going to be outrageous. They still have Hawkinson. They still have Mason and Smith. So there's that. Now let's get to the defense. Let's don't forget, RJ brought up the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs and Spags. Well, Brian Florence is one of the best defensive coordinators in all football. He's top 5 in everybody's argument. He is top 5 there. So they did lose 2 defensive tackles. They drafted 3 defensive guys, 2 defensive tackles, the first round and the 3rd round, and a linebacker who's probably going to play edge in Cooper. So all 3 guys are going to get significant time. One, I think the guy Orange, his name is, I think he was considered the best nose tackle in the draft. So they got him playing nose tackle. They have one guy playing the edge, and Cooper's going to probably come off the edge as well. So they addressed some of those losses. I'm predicting that Harrison Smith, who is a free agent right now, I'm predicting he re-signs with the Minnesota Vikings. He's played there his whole career. Where is he going to go? I don't think he wants to learn your system. I think he'll re-sign there. And as I said, that's it. They still have Van Nikel. They still have Cashman. I think I have to say his name. They still have guys to get after the quarterback. They have new young blood to get there. So I think this team could get to 9 wins. Okay, and that goes inside with my Packers under 9.5. So I think with the new quarterback, they're going to give this team more juice. And just more weapon in Juwan Jennings. So that is one of my favorite plays that I'm predicting is going to stay there when the season starts. So what do you guys think? Over, under? Do you like it?
I'll go first, RJ.
I think it's tough because Harrison Smith retired. They're a long time All-Pro safety retired.
I read today just to make sure that it's not fully out of the realm that he comes back.
He could come back. I'm not saying, but right now, he said he retired. I'm going to leave it at that. I like their defense. Like they can't rank Brian Flores. We'll see what they scheme up. This division is really hard to pick because you have 4 arguably playoff teams in this division. So I could see him. They went 9 games last year. Murray is a really big upgrade. I believe if they would have Murray last year, they might win 12 or 13 games last year. They might have been a serious playoff threat with Murray.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna go against. I mean, I see him here 8.5 or 7.5. I really like him at 7.5. 8.5 is kind of a coin flip. I'll take the over just as a guess here. But
over 9. What's it at? 9.5.
It's 8. It's 8.5.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, this is a tough one for me. I know, Mark, you've really been banging the table for them all off season. I am really not a Kyler Murray fan at all. Obviously, he's an upgrade from what they had. They did lose Grenard. We'll see if that defense can keep them in games as much as they did last year.
Well, my big thing is I'm not a believer in the Detroit Lions. I'm not. For them,
that's fair.
You guys, the NFC North. I don't know if you guys looked at the betting markets. You guys are all 1 game from each other. To win, the Packers and Bears are both 9.5 wins. The Minnesota Vikings are 8.5 wins, and the Detroit Lions are 10.5 wins. And I'm sorry, with this guy getting in trouble with the Detroit Lions, the new they still feel like they're kind of putting it together with the new offensive coordinator. Losing Ben Johnson was a big significant loss, and they lose Montgomery. So they have, I still believe that they're going to pass the ball well with all the weapons they have. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think this is like for them being predicted to win the division. I'm sorry. I will talk about it before the season starts in my playoff predictions. I only have 2 teams coming out of the NFC North. I don't have what they had 3 last year or something like that. I only have 2 coming out. But I'm not a believer in the Detroit Lions. So that's my big cigar. Go ahead. I mean, if you like the over under.
You're cutting up a little bit, but I think I'll go with you on the under. Sorry, you want the over. I'm taking the under. I just don't love him. I don't love Kyler Murray. But I don't like the pick. I know. I didn't factor in the Bears having a down season too, so maybe that should have flipped me the other way.
Well, the NFC North to me is so unpredictable because yes, the Bears has Ben Johnson look good, but to me they have no pass rush. Like it's Montez Sweat and God knows, the Bush, the guy linebacker they got to get after the quarterback too. But I think they should have did a lot of more moves. I think they should have traded for somebody, but maybe they get another guy like RJ. But there's too many ifs, and the Packers. Good offense, defense happening, and I think there's too much hype on the Lions. I think the Vikings are primed to at least. Come on, Kyle Murray. He's not worth 2 more wins.
I'm switch my answer. I'll take it over. They can get 9 wins. Okay. Just because of the Bears slapping.
Well, there it is. I think those are really good bets, and
I got one really for you guys too.
Oh, you got a team. Or you got a player.
Saints over the 7.5. I think the Saints are a 9-win team. I think Tampa Bay is going to have a big job. I don't believe in the Falcons, not one bit. I think the Saints, are going to take a big step forward getting ETN. I like Chris Olave. If Tyson Jordan stays healthy, they have Jerome Jordan. That team could be really good.
Man,
I think they're going to be the division.
That division is really tight. So the Panthers are over under 7.5, even though they won the division and they signed Jalen Phillips and they drafted some guys. They're over under 7.5 wins, and right now the public is betting on them to go under 7.5. Tampa Bay is at 8.5 wins, I believe I just saw it. They're 8.5 wins, and the Saints are 7.5 wins. And who am I forgetting here? The Falcons. The Falcons are predicted at 6.5. Talk about a prediction. Wait, so Vegas is saying anybody who gets to 8 to 9 wins will win the division. And but yeah, that might be a good play, RJ. I know it's gonna probably all depend on Shook and can he reproduce or take a step up at that, because they did make some good solid. I like the Teeny. I think he needs to be the main guy, and if they don't get rid of Kamara, if he could be a situational back, that's just an extra dollar in your pocket right there. So that could be a sneaky pick. The NFC South scares me in general, though. It's like I don't know who's going to come out of this division. I was very surprised that they don't have the Carolina Panthers at 8.5 at least, because they did lose their guy to the Steelers, the running back, but they made some improvements as well, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So I am surprised about, but how can you trust the quarterback there? So yeah, good pick, RJ. That could definitely pay out for somebody. And right now the public is on the over with the Saints. So with that, guys, great start of the podcast. This was a good trial run, if you will, before the NFL season begins. Training camps for everybody, I believe, starts at the end of July, kind of. So I think that's when all of our players will be there. It's going to be fun. I think the NFC East can be more competitive. I think obviously the NFC North is going to be more competitive. So it's going to be fun to see all the late transactions, and hopefully nothing bad comes more into the news in the NFL in general as well. So with that, guys, any closing regards? RJ, I see a Cubs jersey back there. Are they making the playoffs?
No. I know they're in the wild card right now. I think their injuries are piling up, pitching too much. 4/5 of their starting injury receivers out. They have 15 pitchers on the IL. Maybe they get something at the deadline, but I don't know why you would sell. I don't see a World Series team, even though I do think PCA is an MVP candidate right now. 285, he has, I believe, 17 homers, 44 RBIs, and 18 stolen bases, and he leads the league in WAR. So, or he's number 2 in WAR. He's close up there. So.
Good offense, bad pitching. That's just how it goes sometimes, or hurt pitching. So, Adam, anything you want to say before you get ready to go to bed?
No, I'm gonna watch USA beat up on Turkey.
So that's right.
Got for a little bit, so I'm gonna enjoy the World Cup. Get a tan in the next couple of months, so I don't look so terrible on camera. We'll see you back in a
World Cup. Hey, this is. Would you say USA's best chance to go far?
They won't go far, but they could definitely win a game after the group stage. I think we've only done that like once. We beat Mexico. So yeah, I want one win outside the group stage. That's all I want. 2 wins would be great.
That'd be awesome. Don't know much about soccer, but I do like going to get and have a lot of drinks when I'm watching them. So that's like
Antonio Freeman's kid's on the team. So
really?
Packers alum. Yeah, he's good. He scored in the last game. So
see, cool. Full circle. Packer fan, soccer player. There you go. Man, what are you gonna believe? Well, with that, guys, the name of the podcast is Sharp Left Sports. We're here. We're doing this. We'll probably throw it out maybe another video. Keep eyeing my shorts. People are making fun of the way I talk because I can't say Victor Wembanyama his name right. Sorry, can't say his name right. Okay, great. Too many vowels there. I'm sorry. I have a bit of a Chicago accent. My vowels are I hit them hard. Okay, so sorry about that, folks. Okay, whatever. Pay attention to my. I'll be doing some more baseball shorts, baseball betting predictions when it gets towards the playoffs. So keep an eye on that. But good run, guys. Always. Just remember, just want to point out one more time, the best thing that ever happened to me this year so far. I hope my girlfriend didn't hear that. But with that, we'll see you guys in the next one. Sharp Left Sports. I got to keep on saying that. That's the name of the podcast. Like and subscribe. It goes a long way. And as always, we will see you in the next one.